Okay, stage one complete. You can see me. That's a good start. Stage two, hopefully you can hear me. If you're not in our Patreon Discord server, you won't have. So basically, yesterday, in the midst of all the madness and everything that I've got going on at the minute, I was playing around with something on my computer and I realised that I had a loose wire and I didn't know where the loose wire was supposed to plug into. And I've got two PCs that I've used this. I've got a PC used solely for streaming, which is what I'm doing now. And yeah, so yesterday I decided to pull on that thread and ended up at one point, there was a picture in our Patreon Discord server, everything was unplugged, everything was all over the place, and I then spent the next 12 hours trying to make sure everything was pieced back together again. So I've been testing all day and making sure that everything's fine, along with a ton of other stuff going on, and then suddenly realized halfway through the day I hadn't done the Facebook post, or even set up the YouTube link for tonight. So it's suffice to say, it's a bit chaotic at the minute. But anyway, welcome along, everyone. Thank you for joining me. It is Saturday, the 17th of August, 2024, week 33 of the week. And if you wanted to know as well, it's Independence Day in Indonesia. So happy Independence Day, Indonesia. The only reason I know that is because I haven't plugged in like my clocks and stuff that I normally have with all the seconds. I've had to load up a web browser that's got the seconds on it to the exact point. Yeah, to that exact point. So it's 2014 and 51 seconds in my world. It'll be a bit later than when it gets to you. So yeah, but then it comes up and it's like Saturday, 17th of August, week 33 of the, yeah, I don't know, it's 15 on my end. Welcome along, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. As I said, it is Saturday, the 17th of August. So, 50 questions then, as always, for you this evening. No, I just see, happy birthday to Callan tomorrow for a secret birthday surprise trip up to the lakes and a stay in her favourite hotel. Which I'm sure if Martin's involved, then it'll be absolutely well and truly a beautiful day. So happy birthday to you. Right, let's go. 50 questions then. And because I've got this the wrong way around, it's on that screen now, not that one. This one, there it is. Let's kick it off with entertainment. Let's do what I kind of do best out of everything else, and that's ask you some quiz questions. Let's kick it off with entertainment. Round number one, question number one, and here we go. Remember, the YouTube live chat is switched on throughout the quiz. Please do not write your answers in the comments. Grab yourselves a pen and a piece of paper. Yeah, grab yourselves a pen and a piece of paper. Get yourself talk amongst yourselves while I try and work out what's gone wrong there. Right, I'm just going to drop that out for a minute. Anyway, question number one. Riggs and Murtaugh are the detectives in which film series? You can still hear me. You don't need to see me. Riggs and Murtaugh are the detectives in which film series? Number two, Weatherfield is the setting for which soap? So Weatherfield is the setting for which soap? I will make random noises so that you know I'm still here. I'm just having a look at my camera at the same time. If that one goes to there. That one's plugged in there. So if I unplug that one, if I plug that back in, and then if I switch that one on. Number three, which group had hits with Flying Without Wings, Uptown Girl, and Queen of My Heart? So which group had hits with Flying Without Wings, Uptown Girl, and Queen of My Heart? I think my graphics card's gone. Number four, the 1995 movie Clueless is a loose adaptation of the 1815 novel Emma, which was written by whom? So the 1995 movie Clueless is a loose adaptation of the 1815 novel Emma, which was written by whom? Number 5, what is the name of the long-running Sunday evening BBC TV series that comes from various churches around the UK? So what is the name of the long-running Sunday evening BBC TV series that comes from various churches around the UK? Whoa, too far. Number 6, whose first solo album was Faith, which was released in 1987? So whose first solo album was Faith, which was released in 1987? Number 7, name the character from this picture. So name the character from this picture. Number 8, Nelson Mandela House was the home of the main characters of which TV series? So Nelson Mandela House was the home of the main characters of which TV series? Number 9, which toy brand gave its name to a 90s song by Aqua? Ow. Yes, that was my head. Which toy brand gave its name to a 90s song by Aqua? And number 10, what was the name of the 1994 film starring Brandon Lee as rock musician Eric Draven? It's not great, but I'm here. Who says I can't fix things while I'm trying to host a quiz? I might have bashed my head twice, but I've still got it sorted. Sorry if I've just put you off your dinner. Anyway, right. Round 2, geography for you, starting with this number 1. How are Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, and Formentera better known? Formentera, sorry. Formentera. No answers. What answer? I mean, what answer did I give away? Have I given away an answer already? I didn't even realise. I was just like trying to fix my camera at the same time. If I did, well, everyone gets a point. What one did I give away? His name on the suit. Oh, right, okay. So it wasn't actually me. It was just in the picture. Got you. Fair enough. Number What colour is the cross on the flag of the country Georgia? So what colour is the cross on the flag of the country Georgia? Hey, I was just helping out people who didn't know their cartoon characters. Number 3, what is the nearest city to Land's End? I can't wait to get into an argument with people over this afterwards. What is the nearest city to Land's End? Oh no, device default. Yeah, that's fine. I managed to get through a whole round asking questions and also fixing my camera. I'm a one-man show. You know, all these big fancy companies that got people behind the scenes fixing stuff. Number 4, Alcatraz Island can be found just off the coast of which US state? State. Alcatraz Island can be found just off the coast of which US state? Number 5, Lusaka is the capital city of which African country? So Lusaka is the capital city of which African country? I think I've lost some frame rate on my camera, but it's working. You can see me. You know I'm still here. In body. Number 6, what is the name of the island that sits at the boot of Italy? I put it in that because it's, do you know what I mean? It's the island that's at the bottom of Italy where it curves and it looks like a boot. It's what the, if you remember Italian 90 and, you know, it was all that sort of the graphics and they used that island as the football. Is that Italian 90 or was that channel? Right. Number 7, the mathematical bridge in Cambridge sits over which river? The mathematical bridge in Cambridge sits over which river? Number 8, the port of Rotterdam feeds into which sea? So the port of Rotterdam feeds into which sea? This could be Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome. It's no hint, just, yeah. Someone's turned that in, not because of me, it was just pure coincidence, but there's a Trolls Justin Timberlake meme of what I do. I hear a word, I sing it because that's just the way I am. And there's now a meme of Justin Timberlake from Trolls. He said, someone says something to him and he just breaks into song. Weirded out by that small coincidence. Number 9, name the city from this picture. So name the city from this picture. And number 10, Honolulu is the capital city of which US state? So Honolulu is the capital city of which US state? There we go. So I'm looking at myself in big screen. I'm not making sort of gurning faces for all of you. I forgot it was in the top right corner. On my end, the frame rate's gone, so, but at least I'm here. Blockbusters then for you for round 3, the usual game show style gold run questions. Starting with this, number 1. What TA suggests great minds do? Great minds TA. There you go. What TA suggests great minds do? Trains are, I'm convinced the house is moving closer to the train line. They are getting more rumblier and rumblier every day at the minute. Number 2, what HN is a term used to describe a well-known celebrity? So what HN is a term used to describe a well-known celebrity? Do you know, after 3.5 years of like sort of, well, 4.5 years in total, but I think Blockbusters has been doing for about on the quiz for about 3 years. If they remake Blockbusters and don't invite me to at least audition to become the new host, I'll be very disappointed. Number 3, what DH appears in newspapers, generally describing a person's predicted day? So what DH appears in newspapers, generally describing a person's predicted day? By the way, the problem with my camera was not that all of the things weren't plugged into everything. Here's number 4, and I'll tell you. Number 4, what NM does a rolling stone not gather? So what NM does a rolling stone not gather? So I've had this on all day. There's a private YouTube live stream of about 4 hours of me just sat on my computer doing some work. And I've had it on all day. But yeah, since about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Everything's been working fine. Camera's on, all good. I'd forgotten I hadn't plugged the camera in, so it'd been running off battery all day. So the second I've gone live, it's run out of battery. It's just timing. Number 5, what IC is inserted into a printer to enable it to print? So what IC is inserted into a printer to enable it to print? Number 6, what DR is a warm-up and preparation in readiness for the main event? There is a possible other answer to this, but I've got the more commonly known one. I will give you the other answer afterwards. I've not put it into the slides, but there is a possible other, but it doesn't. It's a bit contentious, to be honest. But I know someone will pull me up on it later on, and at least that way I've covered it off. Number 7, what AN is a daytime siesta? So what AN is a daytime siesta? Number 8, what LE sits on the banks of the River Thames and gives people an aerial view of their surroundings? So what LE sits on the banks of the River Thames and gives people an aerial view of their the surroundings? Number 9, what SK is said to unlock everything? So what SK is said to unlock everything? a catchphrase made famous by Alan Sugar. Code part 1, web's address frames. That will do, donkey, that will do. Yes, it will. There we go. It's on your screen now. So, 17th. Yeah, that's right. I have oh, my... Oh, yeah, frame rate's gone really weird. I'll have a look at that later. Anyway, questions. They're up on the hub now if you want a recap on any of... yeah, the sync's gone on it as well. Anyway, questions are up on hub. Head on over now if you want to have a recap on the first 30 questions, or if you want to have a look at those pictures and get the answer again, head on over there now. They're up on the hub. You need the code, so yeah, go to jvpqquestions.com or scan the QR code. When you land on there, go to recap menu part 1, and enter the code that is on your screen right now, 170181. That will take you into part 1 of the quiz. For your first break, this is something I'm having a debate in sort of my JVPQ. It's like my inner circle of friends. We were having a bit of a debate this week. These are people I bounce like quiz question ideas and stuff off of, very good friends of mine. I was having a debate this week about Elton John. It's going to sound very bizarre, but bear with me. So I was having a debate about Elton John, and we were trying to think of thinking of all of his number ones. So we were making a list. And then we realised that Elton John, his massive long career that he's had, has only had 9 UK number 1 singles. So I'm going to put 16 Elton John songs on screen. Can you find the 9 of them that were UK number 1s? Don't be disheartened on this, because I only got 6 when we were making the list. I only got 6 of them. So yeah, 16 songs. They're all Elton John songs. Can you find the 9 of them that made it to number 1? 7 minutes on it. If I put the timer back on, where's it gone? Breaks. That one's there, I hope. It is, that one there. So yeah, I'll put these up on screen. 7 minutes. Have a go, and I'll see you after this. Okay, just another minute for you to put down your final answers on these. I've got the list here as well. Because there's one thing, just to give you that final minute, in case you're sort of stuck between a few and thinking, oh, I wonder. Of those 9 singles, and it was something that I'd completely forgotten about. It was only just looking at our Discord server that I was talking. Only 2 of these are songs that he is on his own. 7 of Elton John's 9 number ones are collaborations or duets. Okay, so I'll give you another 30 seconds to, put your last ones down. But yeah, I mean, Elton John, he's up there, Sir Elton John, but his music is incredible. To have only have ever had 9 songs go to number 1, I think is absolutely bonkers. Right, 3, 2, 1, and here they are. So I've got the list here. Let me find while you're marking them down, because I put them in random orders. So his first UK number 1 was "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" with Kiki D, which is there in the top left hand corner. That's handy. So yeah, that was his first ever UK number 1. That was 1976, just to make you feel really old, by the way, in case you know. He then didn't get another number 1 until oh my word. The list goes on and on. Where are we? Yeah, till 1990 with "Sacrifice." It was a double A side with "Healing Hands." Then you've got the rest of them on there. So you got "Don't Let the Sun Go Down" on. So "Sacrifice" was 1, and the other solo number 1 where he's on his own was "Candle in the Wind" 1997, which was a re-release for Princess Diana. When it was originally released, I don't think it made the top 10. So there you go. "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." Sorry seems to be the hardest word. That was with Blue. "Cold Heart" was recently with Dua Lipa. "Sacrifice," that's there. "Candle in the Wind," as I said. "Are You Ready for Love?" Oh, I can't even remember who that was with. I'm probably way down the list to find that. "Ghetto Gospel" was with Tupac. "Merry Christmas" with Ed Sheeran, that was his most recent UK number 1. And "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" with George Michael. That was it's one of my karaoke songs, if I can find someone to sing it with, and I take on the role of George Michael and then introduce him. So, "Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Such and Such." It's quite funny. You kind of have to be there though for it, I suppose, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. That one off, that one off. So yeah, there you go. Random things. If you worked it out, well done. If you, like I said, I think I only got about 5 or 6. I can't remember now off the top of my head. I have to have a look at my group chat. But yeah, so I just wanted to, I just thought I'd throw that out there because it was something random that I did not realise. So there you go. Well done if you got any of those, to be fair. Right, get your answer sheets together. We'll go through your answers to the first part of the quiz this evening, your first 30 questions. So grab your answer sheets. What have I got for your second break? Oh, okay. There are some Ditloids coming for your second break, but I'll talk about that when we get to it. That's the wrong side. Turn that one off and turn that one on. I'm trying to work out the frame rate because I don't know what it's like on the other end, but it looks like I'm sort of I'm running about like 5. Anyway, right, let's give you the answers to the first 30 questions. So, entertainment number 1: Riggs and Murtaugh are the detectives in which film series? I didn't get around to checking to see if they're the basis of the TV series as well, but it's Lethal Weapon is the film series. If they were the TV series as well, then that's fine. I just didn't get around to checking it. Number 2: Weatherfield is the setting for which soap? It's Coronation Street. Number 3: which group had hits with Flying Without Wings, Uptown Girl, and Queen of My Heart? It's Westlife. Number 4: the 1995 movie Clueless is a loose adaptation of the 1815 novel Emma, which was written by Jane Austen. Number 5: what is the name of the long-running Sunday evening BBC TV series that comes from various churches around the UK? It's Songs of Praise. Number 6: whose first solo album was Faith, released in 1987? George Michael. Number 7: name the character. That is Buzz Lightyear. Ah, yeah, they're right. Okay, I can see the fact Lightyear. So yeah, well, I've half given you the answer, but you might not have. Yeah, you know. Number 8, Nelson Mandela House was the name of the main characters of which TV series It's Only Fools and Horses? Number 9, which toy brand gave its name to a 90s song by Aqua? It's Barbie Girl. Or Barbie. If you've just written Barbie, it's fine. And number 10, what was the name of the 1994 film starring Brandon Lee as rock musician Eric Draven? It's The Crow. I very, very, very nearly accidentally watched Final Destination 2 last night. If you don't know, Final Destination 2 is the one with the lorry and the logs and stuff. And very nearly. Geography, number 1. How are Majorca, Menorca, Ibiza, and Formentera better known? They're the Balearic Islands. No, that's not still on, is it? Let's get it. There we go. Number 2. What colour is the cross on the flag of the country Georgia? It is red. Number 3. What is the nearest city to Land's End? Plymouth. Penzance is not an official city. It is a town. As the crow flies, and also driving as well, Plymouth is the nearest city to Land's End. It was in the question. I wasn't asking for towns. I was asking for cities. And I did check to make sure Bristol wasn't closer. Number 4, Alcatraz Island can be found just off the coast of which US state? It is California. Number 5, Lusaka is the capital city of which African country? It is Zambia. Hang on. I'll come back to it. I'll come back. Lusaka is the capital city of which African country? It is Zambia. I'll come back to that. Number 6, what is the name of the island that... I said I was going to end up in an argument with that question. What is the name of the island that sits at the boot of Italy? It is Sicily. Number 7, mathematical bridge in Cambridge sits over which river? It is the River Cam. Number 8, the port of Rotterdam feeds into which sea? It is the North Sea. Number 9, name the city. That is Rome. That is the Colosseum. Number 10, Honolulu is the capital city of which US state? It is Hawaii. Blockbusters, number 1, what TA suggests great minds do? They think alike. Number 2, what HN is a term used to describe a well-known celebrity? It is household name. Well-known celebrities become a household name. Number 3, what DH appears in newspapers, generally describing a person's predicted day? It is daily horoscope. Number 4, what NM does a rolling stone not gather? It is no moss. Number 5, what IC is inserted into a printer to enable it to print? It is an ink cartridge. Number 6, what DR is a warm-up and preparation in readiness for the main event? It is dress rehearsal. Some people might have said dry run, but it's not very commonly used. You know, warming up and getting in preparation in readiness for the main event is a dress rehearsal. If you've put dry run, you can have the point. So, yeah. Number 7, what AN is a daytime siesta? It is an afternoon nap. Number 8, what LE sits on the banks of the River Thames and gives people an aerial view of the surroundings? It is the London Eye. Number 9, what SK is said to unlock everything? It is a skeleton key. And finally, number 10, what YF is a catchphrase made famous by Alan Sugar? It is "you're fired," which by all accounts it might be said to me in a few minutes' time if I don't check something. Right, tot your scores up. There's 2 more rounds still to come. Bear with me 1 second while I load up the website that I did this from earlier, because Truro was out of my range. But hold the... Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves for 30 seconds. You're not supposed to Google until I've checked. Right, do you know what? I'll give you... I can't get onto this quick enough. So if you put Truro, you can have Truro. If you put Plymouth, you're wrong. So yeah. All right, I'll give you... Yeah, see, there we go. We thought it was a trick question, put St David's, but looking at map, it's further than Plymouth. We forgot about Truro. I don't know why. Yeah, so Truro's not come up, and I don't know why. But it didn't come up in the cities list earlier when I was plotting them. So yeah, so I don't know why Truro didn't come up. And I can't go back. I haven't got time to go back onto the list. So as there are enough people shouting at me, I will give you Truro. So I'll give you Truro, because that's the right answer. So that's me. Very rare that I will hold my hands up and not get into an argument. Ironically, I said I was going to get into an argument with this question. So yeah, Truro's right. I'm wrong. And all is right with the world. So yeah, Truro, you can have it. Well done. You get the point. And I don't know why Truro. Apologies if you live in Truro. I don't know why it didn't come up on my list of places. You put Plymouth. Well, you've just lost out, and you can shout at everybody else for taking the point off you. Right, connections then. 9 questions. Question number 10. What links the answers together? I am not having this tonight, by the way. You cannot get this on question number 1. It is not possible. If you get it on question number 1, it's one hell of a lucky guess, or you've... Yeah, okay? So, question number 1. What cooking type uses a shallow pan with hot oil? So, what cooking type uses a shallow pan with hot oil? Yeah, it's not possible. I sent the answers, not the questions, because that would just take too long. I sent all of the answers one by one to my group and said, because I always try them with the connection. So I send them one by one, and they didn't get it till about 4 or 5. It's not possible to get it off number 1 today. Number 2, what L describes something of considerable or relatively great size? So what L describes something of considerable or relatively great size? I don't mind if you get the connection round, by the way. You know, it's great that you do. It's the whole point of playing a quiz. Just bugs me when I know there's no way that you can get it on 1. Oh, thanks, Matt. We're from Truro and we still love you. So even though I forgot you, you're up there with Milton Keynes, I suppose, now that I've moved Milton Keynes, and now I probably can't go to Truro ever again. Number 3, what is the name of the fruit and nut salad that is named after a hotel in New York where it was created? What is the name of the fruit and nut salad that is named after a hotel in New York where it was created? Number 4, what can go in front of maker to complete the name of a device used to control irregular heart rhythms? So what can go in front of maker to complete the name of a device used to control irregular heart rhythm? You should have put the salad question further down the connections. Number 5, complete the name of the comic strip What of the Rovers? So complete the name of the comic strip What of the Rovers? Lovely thinking you've got it. This is going to be good. Oh, because I've got a very specific answer. I'm going to bug a lot of you now. Number 6, someone who shows good experience, knowledge, and judgment is said to be what, beginning with W? Number 7, what is the official language of these countries? The Ivory Coast, Gabon, Mali, Canada, and Senegal. Some of these countries do have more than one official language, but these countries all share one specific language. So what is the official language of these countries? Ivory Coast, Gabon, Mali, Canada, and Senegal. I love this. I'm getting messages left, right, and centre because people are trying to prove me wrong. There are some people who've got it spot on, and some people who are half there, and some people haven't got a clue. Number 8. Oh yeah, sorry, hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, right? Just so that you're aware, there is a picture going to be put on screen in just a second, and I want you just to remain calm and just, you know, I would drop my camera out. Not for that reason. You don't need me on screen when that gentleman's there. What is the surname of this person? So what is the surname of this person? Number 9, what is the name of the small insect that lives in colonies underground? Haha, that's now going to stuff some of you up. Some of you now are going, surely the answer to that's not a comedian. Correct. And as always, question 10, what links them all together? I didn't give the answer away. Just saying, I haven't given the answer away. That's just what some of you think it is. Right, general knowledge then. Number 1. What is the name of the loch southwest of Inverness, made famous by sightings of a mythical monster? What is the name of the loch southwest of Inverness, made famous by sightings of a mythical monster? Number 2, which president resigned in the wake of the Watergate scandal? So which president resigned in the wake of the Watergate scandal? Jeepers. Number 3, IRL stands for in real what? I originally just had this as IRL stands for what, and then I found out it was like something rugby league, so I thought I'd best put this in as well. IRL stands for in real what? Number 4, what name is given to this style of diagram? What name is given to this style of diagram? The emojis are out of sync on the YouTube live chat because everyone's sort of laughing. I'm thinking, why are you laughing at a picture of this? This doesn't make sense. So I'm assuming the laughing emojis were for me saying a word at the end of the connection round. Number 5, which chemical element has the symbol S? So which chemical element has the symbol S? Number 6, the freestanding CN Tower can be found in which Canadian city? So the freestanding CN Tower can be found in which Canadian city? My Harley Davidson impression for you. Number 7, which war lasted 20 years from 1955 to 1975? Which war lasted 20 years from 55 to 75? Sorry, my child is making some very weird noises from his bedroom, so in the break I'll go and find out what he's up to. Number 8, which of these was hit with the first atomic bomb? Was it Nagasaki or was it Hiroshima? So which of these was hit with the first atomic bomb? Was it Nagasaki or Hiroshima? Or Hiroshima, depending on your outlook and how you pronounce it. I was always taught it's Hiroshima. But then I was taught to pronounce Hermione from Harry Potter as Hermione, so who knows who's right. Number 9, in standard field hockey, how many minutes does a half last? I'm not talking about during the Olympics because they did a completely different thing as far as I'm aware. In standard field hockey, how many minutes does a half last? Although don't take that as gospel. I was only half reading the article. And your final question for tonight, number 10. What nationality was author Bram Stoker? So what nationality was author Bram Stoker? Thank you, Claire. I was going to say for making me feel normal, but really, I need to apologize to you because you're on my level, and you really don't want to be on my level. That's a weird place to be. But someone else in the world thought it was pronounced Hermione when it first came out. Right, there we go. That is your questions for tonight. They are up on the hub now. So jvpqquestions.com, scan the QR code. It takes you to the same place. Click on part 2, recap menu part 2, and then type in the code 170264. 170264. That will get you into the recap. Right, for your final break, I'm going to go straight into it. If I push the right buttons in the right order, that goes to there, that goes to there. I were messing about doing a load of stuff on ChatGPT for various other projects that I'm working on, website stuff and what have you, and I just thought for a laugh I'd ask ChatGPT for a second break, and it came up with it. Well, I didn't ask, I specifically asked it for this. So I've got 9 Ditloid puzzles coming up on screen for you in just a moment. They have been put together by ChatGPT, although it gave me 50 and I had to filter through to find some that actually made sense. So you have got 9 Ditloids coming up, the usual number style puzzles. If you're not sure how these work, ask someone in the chat or in the Discord server. I'm sure they will explain it to you far better than I can. I will see you in 7 minutes. Right, answers will be back on screen again in just a moment's time. If you didn't catch that quick flash of them, someone asked a question and someone sort of put something up for the Discord server, and I looked and went, "Oh, what one are you going on about?" And then flicked down and forgot it was on the live preview. Anyway, hey ho. Right, so answers to these then. Must remember, there are people at the other end who are anyway. Right, here they go. So. Number 1, 29 DNF in 29 days in February in a leap year. Number 2, the one that people were confused by, 21 guns in a 21 gun salute. ChatGPT said that was one. So number 3, 3 legs on a tripod. Number 4, 8P in the SS is 8 planets in the solar system. Number 5, 10 years in a decade. Number 6, 1 wheel on a unicycle. Number 7, 8 notes in an octave. Number 8, £200 for passing go in Monopoly. And number 9, 5 rings on the Olympic flag. 3 lines on a triangle. Yeah, you can have 3 lines on a triangle. Why not? I went with ChatGPT suggestions. Yeah, you can have 3 lines on a triangle. That's fine. I don't mind. Right, grab your answer sheets then, because I'm way, way, way beyond time, which is one of the things that I'm... Yeah, but anyway, right, let's push that button there, and let's give you the final 20 answers. Connections round, starting with this, number 1. What cooking type uses a shallow pan with hot oil? It's fry. Number 2, what L describes something of considerable or relatively great size? It is large. Number 3, what is the name of the fruit and nut salad that is named after a hotel in New York where it was created? It's Waldorf. It's the Waldorf Hotel. Waldorf Astoria Hotel, even. Number 4, what can go in front of maker to complete the name of a device used to control irregular heart rhythms? It is pace. Number 5, complete the name of the comic strip. It's Roy of the Rovers. Number 6, someone who shows good experience, knowledge, and judgment is said to be what? Beginning with W. It is wise. Number 7, the official language of these countries, which Ivory Coast, Gabon, Mali, Canada, and Senegal, is French. Canada has 2, so it has French and English. A couple of the others have other languages as well, but they all share French in common. Number 8, what is the surname of this person? That is not me with short hair. I know. It's very hard to believe, but it's Tom Hardy. Yeah, maybe if I did go right. Yeah. You can only hope. Number 9, what is the name of the small insect that lives in colonies underground? It is ant. Ants, even. Ant. And so we'll link them all together. They are there on the left-hand side. They are half of double axe. So you've got Fry and Laurie, large, so little and large. Statler and Waldorf, Hale and Pace, Siegfried and Roy, Morecambe and Wise, French and Saunders, Laurel and Hardy, Ant and Deck. You are marking at home. It is entirely up to you, but there are at least 2 of those that are not comedy double acts. So it's up to you whether you want to give the point, because I don't really think Siegfried and Roy can be classed as comedy double act, and Ant and Deck really are an entertainment double act, even though they are relatively funny. It's entirely up to you. I've got half of double acts. That's the answer I'm going with. If you want to give someone the point for putting comedy acts, comedy double acts, that's entirely up to you. I personally would make sure the word double act is in there. General knowledge number 1. What is the name of the loch southwest of Inverness made famous by sightings of a mythical monster? It's Loch Ness. Number 2. Which president resigned in the wake of the Watergate scandal? It's Richard Nixon. Number 3. IRL stands for in real life. Number 4, what name is given to this style of diagram? It's a Venn diagram. Nessie is not mythical. Yeah, I know. Jack would probably agree with you on that as well, but we need proof. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is not. Number 5, which chemical element has the symbol of S? It's sulfur. Number 6, the freestanding CN Tower can be found in Toronto. Number 7, which war lasted 20 years from 55 to 75? It was the Vietnam War. Number 8, which of these was hit with the first atomic bomb? It was Hiroshima. Number 9, in standard field hockey, how many minutes does a half last? It's 35 minutes. I'm not surprised when you've been battered around by hockey sticks for more than that length of time. You probably need a breather. And finally, number 10, what nationality was author Bram Stoker? Bram Stoker was Irish, born in Ireland. So there we go. Tot your scores up. How have you done this evening? The 50 possible points available for you for the main part of the quiz. Let me publish on that button there so that the Facebook after post. I love the fact people just keep reacting on that. Oh, by the way, Frank Halliday is watching. I've just clocked half of your comment. I've been in to read all of it. It was just when I was logging into then. If you let me put your tiebreaker question up and then you can think about that while I explain. If it wants to work. There we go. So how many panels make up a traditional football? So we're going back, like, traditional football, where you've got all the diamonds, the squares, and the triangles, and all of that. How many panels make up a traditional football? I'm not talking about the fancy dancing nonsense they have now. It's the traditional football. Yeah, I want to say thank you to Frank Halliday. So I mentioned on Thursday night's quiz that I originally had, people were asking about where the bench is, can you put it on Google? And I originally did have it on Google, and then it got taken off because it wasn't worthy of being on Google Maps, basically. So I then looked on Friday, and I was going to go zoom in and put a pin on there, or like give you the coordinates and what have you, and it was already on there, and I was a bit confused because people had been saying they couldn't find it. Anyway, so it turns out Frank Halliday had been to find the bench, realized it wasn't on, and then had put it on as a cultural landmark, I think it was. So really appreciate that, Frank. The fact that you've gone out of your way to do that, so really do appreciate that. So yeah, thank you very much for doing that. Anyway, right, the answer to this, nearest to it gets the point, is 32. Yeah, so 32 panels make up a traditional football. Or one, if you play with those really weird and silly airball things that people used to play with. But a traditional football was made up of 32 panels. That, ladies and gentlemen, is it. I am off to go and see which other cities I can move. Well, Milton Keynes wasn't a city before I moved it. So technically, I mean, I'm still taking credit for Milton Keynes getting city status because I made it relevant. So yeah. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm off to go and see what other cities I can move for the rest of the week. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Thank you very much for being here. Like I said, and I've kind of touched on it a little bit on Thursday, there's a lot going on at the moment. Thursday's quiz, I'm getting shouted at by the patrons in the Discord server, and they are telling me that I should be doing it. It should be pre-recorded, but I've got to find time to pre-record it. That's the problem. So come hell or high water, there will be a quiz. I've not let you down. 4.5 years, no matter what has gone on, there has been a quiz on a Thursday and a Saturday night. So it doesn't matter what will happen, there will be, for you guys in some way, shape or form, there will be a 50-question quiz on Thursday night, and I will be back live on Saturday. So yeah, whatever happens, there's a quiz. Don't worry, from your end you still get to see a chaotic usual J quiz, basically. But the patrons are pretty much telling me I have to pre-record. If I find time to do it, I will do it. That is my priority. But yeah, we've got a family funeral on Thursday, so yeah, that's kind of priority for it. But you'll have a quiz no matter what. So I'll be with you on Thursday in some way, shape or form. If not, I will see you next Saturday. As always from me, I will see you soon. Look after each other. Please look after each other. Please be nice to everyone. And you know what, your loved ones, friends, family, etc., just hug them a bit tighter, because you never know what's around the corner. You never know what's going to happen. That's I feel like that's like a Jerry Springer, like Jerry's end of thought moment. I'm going to go now. As always from me, I'll see you soon. Take care. Stay safe.